So in the beginning, when we started with Papa's Pantry as a real food pantry, I announced it at my fellowship group. It's the friends that I had from church, or my small group, and I said, I think God's really working something of this ministry with me, and I told them about Papa's Pantry. They got so excited that they rallied together and they pooled some money and they bought our first shelves. They went to Home Depot and bought those really industrial strength shelves, and they put them up in my garage. And then a month later, when we had outgrown the garage, they came back and they moved everything to the basement of my house. And for the first 5.5 years, that's where Papa's Pantry operated from. It was all on the home delivery system, and it all happened by word of mouth. It would be through friends that I knew, through the pastors at the church, through people that I worked with. Anybody who needed groceries, who was just in need and struggling, they had my phone number and called, and I'd get to know them on the phone and get to know who was in the house, how many kids, did they like whole milk, 2% milk, skim milk, who ate broccoli, who ate bananas. And I would go literally to the grocery store and buy the perishables that family needed, and then would stock from the non-perishables, the cans and the boxes, from the shelves that were in my basement. And I would take those to their homes. But that was the easy part. Getting the groceries in took care of that immediate need. But once I got in, of course, because I had cold stuff, it's like, let's put the cold stuff away and then we'll get talking. That gave me the opportunity to open up refrigerators and freezers and cabinets that were empty. And growing up in America, even in hard times, I'd never had, personally, an empty refrigerator or freezer or cabinets with children waiting for dinner. And that image struck me, and I guess it keeps me motivated and keeps me from being judgmental, when people take a lot, because that's part of the program we have now. But back then, once all the cold stuff was put away, then I'd say, well, come on, let's sit down and catch up, and how else can I help? The food seemed to be the easy part. Well, the two things that really stood out during those early years was that people, when they were struggling, it was for two reasons. One, they didn't have income or adequate income to pay their bills, or secondly, they had income but they didn't know how to manage it. And so I would literally find myself, saying to them, well, I'm pretty good with resumes. Let me help you with that. Let me help you job search, or let me show you how to balance your checkbook. And this is in the day before we had online banking. So I had my little calculator and show them how to literally on their bank statements get it to the penny. We call that TTP, to the penny. And that just helped them focus. And we talked about emergency savings and really building a foundation for their family. So as we got through those first 5.5 years, those learning experiences taught me probably more than it taught them, and really is a foundation for the ministry and the operation that we have today.